Hi, William Crossland here, and welcome back to my 2018 Season Spotlight, where I look at the final four drivers who made it into the playoffs. We already covered Joey Logano's story last month, and now I'm left with three drivers whose stories I've already covered in my first round of Season Spotlights because, well, they all three made it into the Championship 4 last year. I mean, talk about stiff competition. Love them or hate them, these last three guys are on a hot streak. Since I don't want to tread over the same ground with these remaining three drivers, I will only be discussing their performance during the 2018 season and what exactly had to fall in place for them to get where they got. And if you couldn't already tell by the title of this video, today I'll be talking about the 2017 champion, Martin Truex Jr. I don't expect these last three spotlights to be as long as Logano's since I'm not going through their backstories again, but hey, we'll see how it goes. By the way, a link to my 2018 Joey Logano video will be in the description below if you're interested. But with that out of the way, let's talk about MTJ in 2018. Although the media pounded into our brains all season long about the dominance of the big three, quote unquote, it was still clear that Martin Truex Jr. was the weaker in performance compared to the other two. The defending 2017 Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series champion rolled into the new year with a ton of hype and enthusiasm that resulted in 3 consecutive pole awards at Phoenix, Fontana, and Martinsville. Fontana was the most important of these early poles because it gave the '78 Toyota Camry the track position needed to win its first race of the new season and to reserve themselves a spot in the ever-so-coveted playoffs. After these 3 nice runs garnering the aforementioned win and 2 top 5s to boot, MTJ would have his first 2 DNFs back-to-back at both Texas and Bristol. Suddenly things looked better with another pole at Richmond, but then another DNF at the following race at Talladega. MTJ would continue on, finishing consistently well, leading to win number 2 at the first race at Pocono. 2 weeks later, he would find himself winning in wine country at Sonoma Raceway. I remember I was working during this race and only got to see little bits of it. His 4th and final win of the season would be at the 1.5 mile track of Kentucky, where he was also the pole sitter and made it 2 years in a row, winning the event in Sparta in 2017 as well. And who could forget the Watkins Glen race where he was following Chase Elliott for so many laps in the final stage, only to run out of fuel coming out of the carousel and onto the straightaway. Although his 2018 season was still impressive, it was still very hard to even come close to the dominance he demonstrated in his championship season of 2017. Just at the dawn of the 2018 playoff races commencing, MTJ and everyone at Furniture Row Racing got the news that fell like a bombshell across American motorsports media. The 78 team would be ceasing operations due to lack of funding in 2019. A brake failure at the Brickyard didn't help the team's already shattered spirits as they were trying to find job security while at the same time win one more championship for Barney Visser and FRR. This was followed by another mishap at the inaugural Charlotte Roval race where Martin Truex Jr. went door to door with and spun by a driver who was going through the first winless season of his career, that being Jimmy Johnson. Although he still advanced to the playoffs due to points, the misfortunes continued at Martinsville with a controversial ending dueling against 2018 champion Joey Logano on the final lap. Martin made both his determinations and frustrations known by announcing to the masses that Joey may have won the battle, but he hadn't won the war. The war took place at Homestead Miami Speedway and came down to one simple pass in the closing laps. Martin Truex Jr. finished second, a number that seemed to define his 2018 season and mistreatments he is bound to remember in 2019. This year, MTJ is officially running for Coach Joe Gibbs, who was only an engine supplier before Furniture Row's shutdown. A new number as well, 19. Will this new number match the year of his second title? Is there more to be written in the story of Martin Truex Jr.? Only time will tell. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, please consider leaving a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already joined the William Crossland crew. And please hit the notification bell so hopefully if YouTube does its job, wink wink, you won't miss when I upload a new video. Also be sure to follow me on Twitter because I do post and interact with you guys often. It's a lot of fun out there. Link is in the description. Kevin Harvick's Spotlight is next, so until next time, this is William Crossland. Thanks for listening.